just really passionate about gaming or media creators or like early, especially the indie sections. The indie game sections were really shined for me because AAA studios, as cool as it was to see their awesome big booths, you kind of got a feel for those things because they could afford to advertise and show things off. A lot of cool indie games I don't think anyone would have known about if it weren't for the conventions and walking through there and like some of the people who made content being like, oh wow, this looks cool, I'll play this, and then they play it, someone else sees it. That's the way a lot of indie games, I don't know, they're probably still how they take off, but it's how they took off way back then. Mm-hmm. There are just a lot of cool things like that. Some of the, oh god, what was the D&D show that always played at like PAX? Not Critical Role, it was what the hell was it called? I could picture the bald dude with glasses, but I can't think of the name of it.
Wade?
Anyway, they would do like a show. There were different other panels and things. We did a panel whenever we were together and whatnot. So there were a lot of cool things and things I enjoyed and things I'd like to experience again. But I don't think I could ever do it the amount that I did it back then because it kind of got redundant. If you went to 4 conventions in a year, 90% of what you saw was at each convention. It was the same.
What's conventions so that the exhibitors can reach the most amount of people, assuming that people aren't going to travel outside of their local convention, unless it's like a mega monolith convention where 1 million people are going to be there.
What's the one that's completely gone now that was big back in the day? It was hosted in California.
E3?
Yeah,
That's
E3.
gone.
Yeah, I only went to that one time, but that one was a little bit different. That one was,
E3 was cool. The one I went to, I spent a lot of time around the Mixer Hype Zone tent. Time to be alive.
Wow, Mixer. Oh, I forgot about Mixer. Oh.
I think people were coming out of the funk post-pandemic, post-lockdown funk. People optimistic that they can rebound. I hope people have a lot of interest, but there's no reason it has to be conventions. Maybe everyone's lock on to some other thing and that'll be where they all go hang out, or who knows. But
I think it's as good an excuse as any, because the problem with the COVID era stuff is you lost out on a couple generations of your friends what it is. Once that chain gets broken because of the people that by their friends or their family, and so there had to be a first time for everybody, or maybe they found it on their own, but most of the time I believe it was probably an introduction chain, but that chain got broken, so there was a few years where people weren't being introduced to the new experience, so that's a whole couple years of people that they have to catch up on, of being like, oh, this is even a thing. There are probably people out there listening that have never been to a convention and aren't even really aware of how many occur around them. In your city, there's probably every week for the most random things. I think we were in Austin one time and we were so curious of what this table of people were there. There was one guy and like 20 women. Clearly the guy, 20 women, right? Seemed like he was the guy in charge because they were all trying to talk to him. And then we realized there was a wedding dress convention. And it was very peculiar. There was a wedding dress convention. I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing. But it's a thing. Look up conventions in your nearby area. It's not all about gaming, but there's tons of conventions.
I get married once a year just to wear the new dress. You know, if I had it to do all over again, or even moving forward, if I end up transitioning away from gaming, I think I would do tabletop. It would be like D&D roleplay type stuff. Like what Critical Role does, if I could do something like that, like 3 or 4 times a week, and just have an awesome in-person setup, I think that would be like the end game for me. Like that's what I really enjoy and thrive in, is like roleplay stuff. Like when I did GTA roleplay, I enjoyed that quite a bit, but even that was like somewhat constrained with what you can do.
I don't know, I seem to remember Demon Elmo getting the posse together and then riding around doing murderous explosion things. It seemed pretty unlimited from my perspective. Wade roleplayed Demon Elmo on the server. I was briefly on that server, also roleplaying, and
I drove you around. You were trying to join like the legal team or something.
It was a whole experience. Yeah, I was trying to be a lawyer in
well, my main dude was Norm but Elmo was like I want to be chaotic. I forgot about playing Elmo.
The good old days of GTA RP.
Mark's right. Conventions. Check them out. There's probably one about a thing that you care about. Probably closer than you think.
Role-playing conventions are a thing.
There are a lot of tabletop conventions, yeah.
Tabletop people love getting together and doing tabletop stuff.
I'm sure people look into it. There's a lot of stores. What are the little stores called where you buy they sell the Warhammer figurines and tabletop books and all that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
like stores that also have game session nights and stuff.
Yeah, they also have game session nights, or even if it's not a D&D, it's board game nights and stuff like that. A lot of places have those too. Anyway, kind of got off topic there, but yeah, conventions great, gaming great, but I want D&D all day, every day.
Well, you could.
I mean, yeah, I could, but I don't know. A lot of people I play with are all over the fucking place.
Do you want us to officially kick you off this show so you can spend more time doing that? Or
No, please. That would be terrible. No, I enjoy my time here.
If you say so.
I don't. Everyone I play with is around the world. I don't have a local group I would play with.
Pay for their moves. Buy them houses.
They've got families and stupid shit like that to stop them. I don't
Pay for
know.
their families.
have their families killed? Then they would need you.
Or you create a natural disaster in their area that sweeps away everything they have and their families, and then only the people that you want to play, and you have the natural disaster funnel them. Like if it's tornadoes, it's pushing them towards your place.
Am I a real life caster?